Hello, welcome. In this video, I am going to explain how to use NetBeans IDE for Java programming and demonstrate some of its key features. I assume that you already have some Java programming experience using simple text editors like Sublime, Notepad++, Edit+, Atom, etc. By the end of this video, you will be convinced about why we should go for using modern IDEs like NetBeans IDE, Eclipse IDE, etc. In what way these IDEs help in faster development of a Java program. Before getting started, I assume that you already have Java installed on your computer. Now let me show you how to install or how to get NetBeans IDE software. You can go to netbeans.org and get the latest version. Alternatively, you can download an earlier version which is already very widely used like NetBeans IDE 8.2. Right. Now let's get started. In NetBeans IDE or for that matter any modern IDE, each program is nothing but a project. A project contains several Java files. So under categories choose Java and under projects type choose Java application. You can give some name. Let's say first project. You can choose any location of your choice. The first one is the package name. Let's say my pack 1. And this is the class name. Say finish. Once you have created the project, you can see this basic skeleton code. I am removing these unnecessary comments just to keep it simple. Now you can write whatever code you want to write here. Just to start with, I want to display a welcome message. No need to type system.out.println. You just say S out, press tab. It will be automatically completed. I say welcome to Java programming using NetBeans IDE. Just save it. Now to run the program, there are multiple ways. In modern IDEs, you need not compile the program. You can directly run the program. Internally, it gets compiled first. If there are no errors, then it gets executed. The straightforward way is just click on the run icon. So this green button. So running has been initiated. Here you can see the output. I will show you the another way. Just right click anywhere on the code area and just say run file. Just for a change, update the message, right click, run file. Now let me demonstrate some of its key features. Let's start with fixing imports. Let's extend a GUI class, say JFrame. Let's create instances of references of some GUI components, J button, J text field, say TF1, J checkbox, say CB1. Now notice that there are red underlines under these classes. Just think for a while what that could be. So they are nothing but compilation errors. Now, what is the reason for that error? Yes. So we have to import those classes. We need not write the imports explicitly. Just right click, say fix imports. So notice that the errors are gone now. Let's move to the next feature. So next feature is generating constructors. Let's create a class, say student. Let me create some fields, say ID number, name, course, and fees. Now to generate constructor, just type few letters of the start with few letters of the constructor and say and press enter key. If you want a full parameter constructor, you choose the second one. This is how you can generate constructors. You need not type them because it is a frequently required work. Now let me demonstrate next key feature. Generating setter, getter methods. I assume that you already know these concepts. Just how to create them using NetBeans IDE. That's what I am demonstrating now. You right click on the fields, say refactor, then encapsulate fields. You say select all, then refactor. Notice that the fields automatically got converted to private data because we usually generate setter and getter methods only to private data. See, this is the getter method for ID number and this is the setter method for ID number. Similarly for other fields. Yeah, let's move on to the next feature. Implementing the abstract methods. Let me remove this class to keep the code as simple as possible and focus on the current topic. Let's say extend say frame class. So we can fix the import while typing itself. No need to right click and say fix import. So just press Ctrl space and choose the appropriate class from the appropriate package. Okay. So notice that you got imported. Now I say implements window listener. Choose the appropriate interface. Now notice that it is giving an error. What could be the error? Please think for a while. Yes, you know that when we implement in an interface, we have to override its abstract methods. If you remember, window listener class contains several abstract methods. Usually what we do when we use any simple text editor, we have to remember their names, their signatures and type them manually. But let's see what modern IDEs provide us. Just click on this bulb symbol. Say implement all abstract methods. So notice that all the abstract methods got generated. You just go inside the required method and write the required code. So these are some of the key features offered by modern IDEs. I hope this video is helpful to you. Please give it a try. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.